The government's under growing pressure to change the rules on the so-called bedroom tax, with claims that it is discriminating against disabled people. It is estimated around 100,000 disabled people who face paying the spare room subsidy live in specially adapted homes. Moving somewhere else is simply not an option. But according to Freedom of Information figures, councils are more likely to pay out emergency housing payments to people without a disability than those with. Our social affairs editor Jackie Long has this report.
For Kevin Garley, this flat is just perfect. It should be. He helped to design it. Both he and his partner Annalise have spina bifida. Annalise has been bedbound for 14 months. After years in work, she's now on benefits, and they're faced with paying the spare room subsidy, or bedroom tax as it's called, or moving out.
I don't really want to move. This is so ideal. It's been built with us in mind, with everything nearby. We have family nearby who we can call on if we need them. We've made loads of friends round here. We've got carers that come in and out, and friends that come in and out and help. And that is very difficult when you're disabled, to go and make that big commitment again and be away from everything you know. When we moved here, we thought this was a flat for life.
They were refused a discretionary housing payment as their income, including disability living allowance, was deemed too high. After paying everything, they're left with £45 a week to live on.
Paying it means we have to cut down on things like we only tend to heat one room at a time, the room that we're in most of the time, which at the moment is here. We only pay for food when we need to buy food, and we only buy things that are on special offer.
FOI requests were sent to 222 councils to find out who was receiving discretionary housing payments. The responses show that out of the successful applicants, 67% were not disabled, 56% did have a disability. In fact, of the 6,200 disabled people who applied for a discretionary housing payment, 2,530 were rejected.
This is our second bedroom.
The figures also reveal 3/4 of councils were including disability living allowance in income assessment, despite the fact government guidance suggests it's a benefit intended to be used for the extra costs of disability. Today, the Local Government Association told us, "We find these figures and the premise of this survey questionable. The real issue is councils are facing huge demand for these payments, and they can only afford to help 2/3 of applicants. We have to meet the needs of our community the best way we can." Annalise says she hopes one day she'll be able to go back to work and turn her back on benefits. Then the threat of losing her home would be gone for good.
Jackie Long reporting.